Right, this is Liberty stock number 47540. It's a Behringer model HBP303A, twin post, fully automatic bandsaw. Serial number 497265.
All right, well, we're up front here, so might as well start with the obvious. We do have documentation here, by the way. We got some parts going with it, some bearings. Looks like rollers for the saw blade guides are in there. Some brushes for the saw, a clamp, a couple of filler blocks for up in front of your opening device all the way. Down here is our adjustment. I can't move it right now because we're tight up against the hydraulically, but you can dial this in to whatever length feed you want. We can do that once we're up and running. Which way you want to go? This way? I mean, we got the control otherwise right here. Standard control for the blade and clamps down here. And these are kind of nice. They're just readout lights to let you know where you're at insofar as the gates being closed or open. Like this, I'll open it now and I'll probably forget it, but we've got that. We've got the counter here. This is a parts counter. I'm kind of set on 3 right now. We'll do a multiple feed with 3. Hang on, as long as you want to get in there. Okay, there you go. We are under power right now. This is for how many feeds we want. We're just going to run a 2-feed system just to show that it works basically. And again, coolant on off over here and hand auto. It's real basic on this one. And in fact, as long as we're here, then I'll sort of, here, I got the key, I'll open up the panel. We can show the electrics real quick here. All down low. There's the Siemens PLC. I think that's a 5. I haven't even looked yet, so yeah, it's an S5. And the starters, power supply down there, transformer. It's all good. Coming in is my temporary line right there, which is currently 220 volts. And that's about it for that. And let me close this up a little bit there. We can't open this yet. We got to take a walk around. I'll raise the bridge up and then we can open this up. Conveyors down here. I got a box because we're still throwing some chips out. If I remember, yeah, we'll play with the spindle. Remind me, we can play with the spindle drive here for blade speed. That all works really good. Coolant's down low, off to the side there. Again, there's nothing in it, but it does come on. Main spindle drive, like I said, yeah, we should have brought this up, but anyhow, it's the back side of the blade. Not much to look at here. If you come around the front here on this angle, a couple of things to look at. Obviously, the whole feed table. And I was going to come on the other side of you, but yeah, feed table. This guy can open right away. This one opens up. They're all switched. All the switches work, safety switches. There's your band control right there, the throttle. You got neutral position, open, close, whatever you want to do. So, and as you go down from there, there's the hydraulic section. We left the cover off so you can kind of see the manifold and the pump assembly here. Oil reservoirs down below it. And of course all the hydraulics and the cylinders for the clamping here. And yeah, that said, we'll power it up and you kind of stay back there. We'll run some things manually right away. So I'll take the bridge up here, the main blade. If I turn it on, that helps. There we go.
And yes, your door is open too, right?
What's that?
The door is open
Yeah,
also?
for an auto cycle, you got to have that closed, right? I was just going to bring it up so you can get a better look at it, right? I'll forget it again, don't worry. I will. So here we go. Take this up. Down here is feed, right here is feed control. That's hydraulic pressure, feed control. And that's force control right here. That's the one thing we can't simulate because we're not hitting anything. But that's the last item on the list. That's speed and that's force. Oh, here's the other door. Take a look at the other side, the other drive. And the blade's all on there, hoses. Conveyors right down below there. That turns on automatically with the saw blade. All the switches work. Top stop, bottom stop. Everything works on this thing. I can run that back a little bit, the feed carriage. We're going to do that right now. We'll do some manual stuff. Let me run the carriage back a little bit, I guess. And we over all the way up, so let's go. I left it short because we're going to do an auto cycle here, so I don't feel it takes forever to come all the way back, but I'm trying to get the idea. That's the stop right there. Now if I want to go a little bit farther, like we said said earlier, I can raise this up. There's a couple inches right there. Numbers click. And now we'll come back farther yet. And we gained about 3-4 inches. So that's that. Blade up down is right here. Whether the saw's on or not, on a single stroke manual mode, I can do this and just cut a single piece off if I want. Back clamps open close right here. Come around this side, you can see both of these pretty good. I'll take them all the way out just so you can kind of see. And here's the main clamp. That all comes in whenever I hit cycle start. And of course the T-bar, which will take it from fast to feed right there. And yeah, I can leave all that open and I can turn the blade on now, which is right here. That's the clamp closing. And anytime you turn the blade on, it is feeding right now. So I can go full, that's full out, and I can shut it down. I don't know if you're close enough to really see this thing. You won't see it on the camera, but that's shutting it off right there. So here's wide open. And I can let this come down for a single cut, or I can override it and get closer. I'm still feeding. And let it finish off on its own. That's just for a trim cut, maybe we can do this. It's just me hitting it. It'll shut off on its own. We are not cycling right now. That's pretty fast right there. That's about as fast as this thing's gonna go. That's that. So I'll go back up with it and leave it anywhere. But what I'm gonna do now is, after a single cut, I've set it for 3, like I said, 3 pieces, 2 feeds per part. And I'm just gonna flip over to auto cycle and let it rip really here. There's auto right here. And here's water, by the way. You can see it come on right there. You can hear it running too, M2. That works. This is hand, and this is auto, from hand to auto. Right now, I'm just gonna hit auto cycle. The clamps will close on their own if they're not already. Like, I can open this up a little bit. Now, when I hit auto, it's all gonna close up. Blade will start feeding down, and we should go into auto mode. Oh, my gate. So I'm gonna close this. You have to watch it from the front. So that has to be closed. You won't see much on this side. And I'm gonna hit auto start. Let's see if we got it right. Should get 2 feeds out of this. I'm gonna bring it in tighter so it doesn't take all day. I brought it in a couple inches. Shorter feed. There's one. Second feed here. Now we should cut off a piece here. And this is going to happen 3 times. So let me bring it closer. This is our first cut. I'm going to leave the speed wide open so we don't sit there all day. It happens pretty fast because we're not hitting any parts with the T-bar. And it goes right down to the table. See? Pretty quick. 2 more feeds for the second part. Piece off and stay down. Cycle finished.